Hello, hello, moving everything around. Well, you might have guessed that's what we're up to today. But it's actually more of a showcase, to be honest, than anything else. Um, if you have caught the, I was going to say the latest craze, because it certainly seems to have gone absolutely mad. If you've caught the latest things all about these wonderful new ink pads by craft artist and John Lockwood and Crafts 2 and all the combination, you will already know what all these wonderful things do. So I'm not going to sort of go into anything in great detail, really, apart from telling you what we have got. So these are a new ink. They are a combination of a really tight tin, which is brilliant, an ink base, a dye ink base, a pigment ink, and also mica. And the combination of all of those gives you the most beautiful effects. And I think really it should be down to the experts to go and have a look, because if you go over to John next door, you will see all the beautiful things that he's done with them. From my point of view, they are in a metal can, which, if you hear, clips on, and I think that is so good, because when you've got other ink pads, some of them can be not so airtight, and these are made out of a metal, so they're fully not reusable, because they're certainly not reusable, but what's the word? Get riddable. I know what I mean. So we've got 12 colours. Now, how they're going to come is either the whole set, which obviously is by far the best value for money, 12 in the set, or you can buy them in sets of 3. So you've got various sets, and to be honest with you, I can't remember what they are without looking. So bear with me. Left that in the other room. So we have got the spring colours, which, no, I haven't got them all here, which is apple and apple, lime and kiwi. I happen to only have picked up the apple one out of that. Then we've got summer, which is lemon, apricot and sunfruit. We've got passion fruit, lychee and dragon fruit for the autumn. And then we've got grape, blueberry and azure for the winter. So there's some missing, obviously. There are 12 in all, and as I said, they can be bought either as a whole set of 12 or with sets of 3. They are purposefully meant to go together in sets of 3. So I have also got over on the website, to go with it, the blending tools and the extra foams. So the blending tools come with 2 of the blending tools and 2 each of the extra foams, but you can buy a pack of, I think it's 10 extra foams in there as well if you don't have them. And likewise, I also have the container storage thing. Now this is an old one for me, I have to say. I use this all the time, as you can see. So you have, with this set comes 4 of these. I've only got 3 of them in there, and your extra foams. And the good thing is that this is all lycra'd, so that you can just pop them on there. It's an excellent way of storing. Then this side, you've got your little ones, the mini blending tools, and then you've got the extras to go with that as well. So I have got some of these as well, and I have got, now you're not going to be able to even see this in shot, to be honest, because it's so huge, but you've got the watercolor media mat. So that's just showing you a little bit of it, because it is huge. Well, there you are. That takes up the whole page, doesn't it? So I've got some of them left in stock as well. So all the things that have been on the TV, they are now available. And I was going to have a little play, if you don't mind. And I've hardly had a chance to play with these. So I just wanted to take, I've got a new, well, new to me, Stencil, and I fancied having a go with that one. So this one is called Forget Me Not Vines. So let's just see. I'm just going to, now these can be stamped with. They can, if you look at the list on Crafts with John next door and Crafts 2 and all the rest of it, Sam has put a fantastic question and answer thing about all the questions that you might get to ask of this. And to be honest, there's so many questions that people come up with that I'm not familiar, but it seemed to me that all the questions was yes, 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 yes. You can do anything with these. So they're an excellent sort of all-rounder. But what I wanted to do was take a piece of card, just just an ordinary piece of, no, that's not card, is it? Well, it is card, but it's actually a card. Well, I didn't want to do that. So we take it from there. So I've just got ordinary smooth card, but I wanted to put some colour onto it first. So I'm going to go with Azure, because I like that one, and I haven't even opened it. I've opened the grape. Let's have a look at the Azure. So when we take the lid off, got that beautiful sort of, oh, it's not really showing very well there, is it? Oh, it's a lovely colour. It is an Azure colour, but that doesn't look like a colour at all on there. Well, we shall see. I'm going to take one of my foams and really wanted to, so the idea is that it blends in beautifully, which it does, as you can see. Lovely colour. I'm only lightly applying this really, because I just don't know how it reacts, because I just haven't had a chance to play. It's a beautiful colour. Hopefully you can see that colour now. But I just wanted to see, I wanted to get some of the gold on here. So I'm going to go rather random here. So I'm just literally playing. And I just wanted to see, I shouldn't really have put it on like this at all, what these things. So if you can see that, oh, just about caught the, can you see that at the top here? Just about catches the gold. But what I wanted to do was then put that over the top. And I think I'm going to just use the same colour to just push that colour down, which will leave you, rather than kind of rubbing it in, will leave you with this beautiful gold shimmer. So the shimmer is all the mica in it, which is giving it a beautiful finish. But it can be stamped with, it can be watercoloured. I was going to say, can it be embossed? I think it can, but again, I would look at the questions and answers over on their page for that, because that is giving a really lovely, so it's a very pretty stencil. And I like all my flowers and things. So I'm just picking it up quite lightly and I'm just pressing down. Lot of detail on here. So I just want to make sure that I do get as much detail as possible. And I'm not going to make it into a card or anything today. Just wanted to see what sort of look that we can get. But I'm hoping that you are going to be able to see all the gold, which I can see. Can you just about see that there's gold on there? Put that into place. Should have put some tape on it. Hey ho. But it's as easy to use as that. You can see that there's not a lot of skill. I can't do any more because I need to take it off to see. Beautiful, beautiful. Needed better blending than I've done. But can you see can you see that that was the same colour ink, But because we've now put it on like that, can you see that gold coming to the top there? It's beautiful, isn't it? Just about see that gold. Yeah, very, very nice. Gives it sort of just a different colour altogether, doesn't it? And I must stamp with it. So what shall we do? What stamp should we go for? I'm going to open that up. I'm going to go for quite a detailed stamp, I have to say. Now, this one could be challenging. I've just picked it up. Let's see. For practice, I haven't done this before, so you will see that. This is a real test because this is such a detailed stamp. This is a Nellie Snellen one, a Christmas one. Do you know what? I don't think I ought to put that in there. I better just chop that bit off. She'll make that into a card. That's lovely. I was a little bit disorganised today because my boiler is in this room and we had the boiler service and he's been gone out of the room for about 10 minutes. So there you go. Right, so didn't get that to stay stuck very well. Bit late now. So I'm going to carefully stamp that. Now normally a mixture of inks that blend do not stamp very well, and I really haven't stuck it on there very well, so perhaps I ought to take that to there. That would be better. So normally if you were using a blending ink, it wouldn't stamp very well. It would blend beautifully, but it wouldn't stamp very well. Look at that. I have to say, that is impressive, is it not? That is impressive, that stamps so well. And then just pick up. Now this is something that John did, I know, but I just have to show you because I just thought that it was well, it's really not the right stamp, right time of year to be using this with all snow, but you can see as well, hopefully, that just by adding, so I've just got an aqua pen, just by adding the water to it, it's seemingly picking up the dye base of it, but you can still see all the detail. Say, Mr. J, that is a bit easy. Oh, a bit clever. So the good thing is that although we don't have a huge stock of these at the moment, they are going to be a standard stock, which means that they have already been reordered. I'm not quite sure of when they will be in again, but they have already been reordered so that they will be readily available. Clearly, if you haven't managed to get them just yet or can't afford them just yet, just want to try a few out, absolutely fine. But they will be coming in again. So that is good to hear. And then when we can get absolutely loads of them, then we'll be able to really play about with them. But yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that with this, which is quite a bizarre thing. So you can see that, if I hold that up, you can see that even where I've taken the water or down here, you haven't lost any definition at all from that very detailed stamp. And as you could see as well, I hadn't even done anything of it like that. So it's, you know, a completely different concept. Really lovely, isn't it? Now on the back, wonder what happens if we do this. Again, no idea at all. We need some water. So I'm just going to grab my water bottle because I don't know what might happen if I do this. I want to spray this. So this is my stencil that I was working on, and all I was doing was pressing down quite firmly with my blending brush. If you did watch John, you will have heard him say that these blending tools are really the best way of applying this type of ink. Anything else seems to take up too much ink, in all honesty, and so not very necessary. But this one, as you can see, there'd be lots of ink left on there. Now, I don't know what will happen if I spray this with water. I can get the water going. I haven't got a lot of water in here, have I? So I'm just spraying that because that is another thing of it, that if you add water to it, should be lots more water coming out of that than there is. Now, and then press that down. Should have put a lot more water on than that, but that will give you, hopefully, another way of using it. I need to do something else with that. But again, you shouldn't be able to do this. Let's spray this one. If we sprayed this with water, if we had water. So just spraying that with water and just allowing it to just dry a little bit. And then, because that is one of the lovely things that I like doing with inks, is spraying water on and taking some of that colour out. Whoops. And you can see, hopefully you can see that it's starting to move the water here, but it's actually allowing that top gold bit to become even more prominent, which is again a beautiful look. Really, really lovely. So I'm not actually going to show you anything else as such today, because you will be wanting to go over and grab yourself some. Now, as I said, the ones that I have got now, that's it. They are then sold out, I'm afraid. I will be getting some more in, but that could probably be a couple of months, in all honesty, before they come in, because they've been ordered by the suppliers, but I assume that they're made in China, and therefore that they've got to come over and it's all got to be made and everything. So lots of different things and techniques that can be used for that. So, but I am by far not the expert with that, and definitely the people to ask for that is John Lockwood, and have a good look at what the different samples that he's done. So as I said, there's 12 colours, all in the metal tins, which then clip on, which I think is a brilliant idea. Available in a set of 12, available in 4 sets of 3 instead, if you prefer it. And all of the bits and pieces that you might need with it, we have got as well, including the blending tools, if you don't have such a thing, but you may well have that. Have got a great love for the blending brushes, but I do agree it takes up far too much ink, and it really isn't what we want to do. So that was really just a very quick one for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. I will be back on Sunday at 11 o'clock with some other new bits and pieces that I wanted to show you. So I'm looking forward to showing you those. We're so lucky, so many different products. You would have thought that we couldn't think of anything new, and then we come up with something like this. Fantastic. So well done to John and all the people that are involved in anything of the development of these things, because it always gives us crafters something else to work with and enjoy. So thank you very much for joining me. The sun has come out here, so I hope it's coming out where you are. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you on Sunday at 11, hopefully. Take care till then, everyone. Bye.